Hey guys, welcome to today's video. It's a bit of a long one today. I promised myself that I wouldn't do anything like that pizza drawing again, so because I had the whole day to myself, I decided to do something a little bit bigger. And so what I did is I took myself into The Sims 4. As much as I want to play The Sims 4, all I did was quickly build myself a little house or apartment. It's based off a Japanese style apartment. Kind of similar to the one that I had when I was living in Japan or when I stayed in Japan, but with a few more added bits and pieces, because my one just had a washing machine and it didn't have, and a fridge, but it didn't have a kitchen. So I added a kitchen and a little storage area at the front as well. But yeah, so that's kind of like my dream Japanese apartment, I guess, with things from The Sims 4. So basically what I did is I jumped into Sims 4. I created this with some objects that I had. I didn't go into too much about like the perfect objects or anything like that. I don't know, I was kind of like half and half. When I started like playing with it, I was like, oh, maybe I was just putting things in that I like the look of, but in reality I'll probably end up changing a lot of the stuff to things that I actually want in my room, or that I would want in my dream house. So as I was kind of drawing over the screenshot from the game, which would help me kind of, because I didn't want to just take the screenshot and then vector over top of it, because that would be tracing, I guess, and I don't like to, because Illustrator is so easy, you can just do that. I didn't want to do that. So I kind of add the extra step of going into Photoshop, lining everything, and then basically pulling it into Illustrator without the original, if that makes sense. And that way I can kind of play with things and make it my own, and it's not tracing, and it's kind of still using skill, I guess. I don't know. That's just the way I feel about it, basically. So the kitchen actually does have some cupboards and things, because the way Sims 4 works, it disappeared. So I kind of just left it, because it probably looks better anyway without it. I might put it back in eventually, but in the line work, it's not there. So yeah. But yeah, I thought about it, and eventually there's a few things that I want to put in there that aren't there, but pretty much everything is there, if that makes sense. A lot of it's just placeholders, really, for what I really want to put in, because The Sims 4 doesn't have, I guess it does have plushies, but it doesn't have like specific plushies. Like I would have a Sakura plushie, or a Kiro plushie, or a Pikachu plushie, or, things like that. So, mostly it's just all placeholders and things. And I didn't want to spend too long, because that wasn't the whole point of it. It was basically just something that I could kind of get the spacing and the shapes right and things like that. This cloud lamp is adorable, and there's actually a cloud lamp that you can get. It's a standing one, similar size, but it's just like a tabletop lamp that you can get with a cute little animated face on it, and I really, really want it, but it's like $180 New Zealand, and that's to get it from Australia. So won't be buying one of those anytime soon, but in my dream house I would have a ceiling version. So that's in there. I think it came from the kids stuff pack. The kids pack? Yeah. Kids room stuff, something like that. You also couldn't do, they don't have sliding doors in The Sims 4 at the moment. You don't have sliding doors at all, so I just put 2 windows there, and I'll turn them to doors later on. But yeah, so now we're out of Photoshop and we're jumping into Illustrator. So this is me doing the outside of the room, or like the borders of the room. I'm not too sure. I wasn't really too sure how I wanted to make the walls and things, but I actually really like the way The Sims 4 does it, so I just copied that, basically. And later on I put them on different layers and things, so that the front walls will be actually at the front, and things like that. So yeah, sorry, I keep moving. My tablet is sitting in the wrong place. I actually picked up the tablet, my drawing tablet, that is, to do the sketching for this. which I haven't done in a long time actually. I should use my tablet more often, but I guess I don't do a lot of digital drawing as such, but if I found it kind of hard for Illustrator because like there's a button on the side of the pen, which is like all Wacom pens are the same, and it has a wee button that's like right click and left click, but you can also click if you just press the pen down, which is kind of how you like do brush sensitivity and all that sort of thing. But with Illustrator it doesn't really work because it's a lot of clicking, and it's too hard to use the pen for it. But if I'm having a bad day with my wrist or my hands using the mouse, then I will jump onto my tablet, and I can do it. It's just not as quick, and it's not as refined, I guess. It's not really fine-tuned for Illustrator, I guess. I probably could turn the sensitivity down or something. There's definitely a way, I assume, that you can make a Wacom tablet easier for things like Illustrator and InDesign and things. But yeah, it was nice to get that out today, and play and draw and, well, kind of draw a sketch over it, I guess. Yeah, so I'm thinking, well, I did the line art for this whole video is line art. Unfortunately, you won't see the finished product anytime soon. I will have to color it, which is probably going to take me all of tomorrow. And I still have heaps of videos to catch up on, so it's a bit of a big project. It's not really a 1 of 100 day project. It's kind of like a 1 day, 2 day project, really. But I just wanted to have fun. I felt really disappointed in myself after doing the pizza one. I love the pizza picture that I did, but it's not anything amazing and challenging and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to do something that was kind of floating around my head and have a play with it. There's a style that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, so I'm really looking forward to doing it. It's mostly in the shading and things. It's kind of similar to Brian O'Malley, if you've ever read his, or if you've ever seen his colored in comics. It's kind of like, I really love the way he does lighting and shading and things, so I kind of want to do the similar thing with this one. But you will see that later on. For now, it's just working on the line art, which for this, I just wanted to kind of get the basic shapes down, and it's not a final product or anything. I will do a lot more detailing and creating a lot more things when I get onto the coloring, but I really needed to get the basic pieces down so that I could just jump into coloring it, basically. This took me maybe 2.5, I want to say like 2 hours, probably 2.5 hours to get all of the line art done for this. So it's a big piece, and I did it in A3 size, even though it really doesn't matter. Just because if I wanted to print it off, then I could print it bigger. But it doesn't really matter because it's vector art and you can resize it to whatever size I want it to be. But yeah, so there's a wee Mac on this little table. I decided if I could do it Japanese style, I would have like a little coffee table with my computer on it, and then have like a floor desk. I actually really enjoy sitting on the floor. I am struggling at the moment with chairs and things because I just sit down all day. I don't know how much better it is for sitting on the floor, for your back, sitting on the floor is, but it'd be interesting to test whether or not it's actually any good. But yeah, so it's a wee coffee table and my dream Mac, even though I don't have a Mac, but I'm dreaming of the simplicity of a Mac. Like, it's just like a giant screen. A computer that's kind of all in one, basically. There's no tower or anything like that. But I don't like Apple software. I don't like iOS. I love Windows. I'm a Windows person. I know how to fix things, and I trust Windows. But it's probably inevitable that I will eventually get myself a Mac because I need something that's portable and easy and is simple. Simple enough for me, anyways. And they're really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I want something that's pretty, even though I have some pretty nice screens. I do like the AOC screens that I have. Anyways, back to the piece. I'm just currently working on the bathroom, which you can't really see much of. I might cut into those walls, but I kind of like the way it's tucked away. So we'll see what I end up doing with that. If I feel like it's a little bland, then maybe I will. I might put shelves on those walls that are kind of like big because they're quite bland at the moment, or put posters on them maybe. So there's some options there. Not quite sure what to do yet. But yeah, I just tried to make this as simple as possible in terms of line art. And so basically there's a lot of most things haven't got a fill on them. That's why you can see everything. And then right at the end, which I think I've cut out because it was just way too long-winded, I go through and I white everything so everything's not intersecting and there's like actual shapes going on, just to make it easier on the eye, and you can kind of figure out where to color and things like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. You're basically just getting how I've done the line art, and I don't have a screenshot for you guys, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you enjoy just the process of like how simple it is. But because this is such a detailed piece, it's like it seems not simple, if that makes sense. So it's very simple shapes, and there is a wee bit of perspective work as well that I kind of fudged in places where it's actually not correct, but I can play with that later on and such. But like it's really not that hard. It's just a lot of shapes, if that makes sense. So I think a lot of the work comes into when you're actually coloring it, and the shading and things. That's when it's brought to life, and that's where most of the skill I think comes out of it. Or comes into it. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe this is where my skill is. I don't know. I'm not great at coloring, but I really, when I get to the coloring, which I haven't done yet, I will get onto it. When I'm coloring, I want to work on shading. I think that's the one thing for this piece is I want to work on the shading. So I'll probably do the process of coloring everything in with a basic color and then going in with maybe 2 shaded colors. I also, when I took the screenshot, I'm not sure if you saw earlier, but when I took the screenshot, I put The Sims 4 onto evening, which has the nicest lighting because it has the indoor lights as well as light coming from the window, and you can kind of see the light filtering through the window and casting shadows. So I'm definitely going to put that into this piece as well. And yeah, so that's pretty much my ideas for the colouring. And I'll put my own sort of spin on things and put my own pieces in there, which I don't have currently. I did have some like cacti in the corner next to the lamp on the desk. I did one of them in like a big teapot, and then I thought, well, actually, I don't like cacti. I'm not really a cacti fan, so I'm not going to put the other ones in. And there's a few things I want to put in which aren't there. But I got the fairy lights with photos, which I do have in my room actually. And I've always wanted a standing mirror, full length standing mirror. I have one at home that I bought on Trade Me that I was supposed to bring up here to Christchurch, but like it's one of those warehouse ones, so it's not even a good mirror, and it's warped and stuff, so I don't really want it. And actually my flatmate has one and she's left it in the wardrobe, and I don't know why I haven't pulled it out of the wardrobe and used it, but I haven't. I think it's also really warped, so but I would just love a freestanding proper full-length mirror like that. I'm living it if I've got one of those in my house. I could have bought one by now, I'm not gonna lie. I actually found a really nice one in Briscoe's, which is like a department store, I guess. But I've been putting it off because I know I'm gonna move overseas soon. I didn't want to buy it because it's like $150. No, it wasn't even that. It's like less than $100 to get one. But I don't want to have to sell it later, basically. So like I'd love to do it at my house, but I just know that I'm moving overseas in the near future, within the next 2 years. Who knows? So I don't really want to buy that kind of stuff. But one day I will have my freestanding mirror and I'll be living it. Yeah, so I'm just working on the, this is actually an object that's in The Sims 4. I don't know if it comes with a pack or not, but it's basically fairy lights with little pictures stuck on it. So it's perfect for my room, my dream room. So I just stick that on the wall. As you can see, my sketch that I did was pretty average. I did decide I need to do one after doing the second one because it was just a little too cluttered. And we will clutter it later. Yeah. So getting through it. Whew, she's a long video. I'm not used to doing these long videos actually. It's funny how if it's a short video, I don't have a lot to talk about because it didn't take very long and it's probably not a very, very interesting piece. I.e. pizza. Pizza is like a bad word now. It's like pizza. Bad 100 day project day 10. Is it day 10? No, yeah, day 10. So this must be day 11? Oh geez, I'm getting behind. No, not really. But yeah, I feel like I've got more to talk about because I just spent so long on it and there's been a bit more thought to it and there's actually quite a lot of work in it. There's a few more bits and pieces than I have been doing recently. So yeah, it makes for an interesting piece, I guess. But yeah, so Saturday is pretty much over. I'm watching while I edit. I had to pause to do this, but I'm watching For the Love of Spock, which is a documentary by Leonard Nimoy's son. I don't know, was it Andrew? No. Something. Adam? And he actually started making it before Leonard died, and it's all about his journey as Spock and about Leonard Nimoy as well, because I guess they're kind of like one in the same. Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm halfway through, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But yeah, no, it's a good movie. It's pretty quiet here tonight. Jonathan and I went to the supermarket, then he went over to play some board games, as he does, and I just had some dinner, and then now I'm just, had a shower. It was nice, relaxing. We tidied up the kitchen and a lounge room today, which was desperately needed, and it feels so nice in there because you walk in and it's clean, and I've just ruined it by making dinner, but that's fine. And I did some washing, so yeah, it's been a very productive day, and I feel good that it's been productive because that's what I wanted. I needed this weekend. I'm running out of tea though, so I'm mowing through my Terrific Toffee. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some Terrific Toffee again because I love it, and I'm gonna try the Lamington one. I think I just like the way it smelled. It smelled obviously very coconutty, but I just if tea smells good, I mean it all tastes the same to me, but if tea smells really good, then it's super duper encouraging to drink it, even though it's basically flavored water to me and probably most people. But I can see the attraction to it because instead of eating junk food, I'm eating tea. Drinking tea, I mean. Yeah, so I need to go to the mall tomorrow and get some more of that. And I'm going to treat myself to a white chocolate mocha from Starbucks because I love them. They're like my favorite drink of all time. Ever since I started drinking coffee. And I don't think I've got anything else I need to do at the mall. I just really wanted to do that. And then come home, do some more drawing, and then do some more washing, basically. That's my weekend. And then, so it's a long weekend this weekend, so but I'm going to go to work on Monday and just smash out some stuff for a couple of hours just so I feel like I can go in on Tuesday and feel like I've actually done something, or like I'm ahead of myself, or like I might actually get something done this week because I have a really big project coming up and I don't want work to get in the way of that project, if that makes sense. So that's basically what I'm planning for my Monday off. I'll be working. But I get paid double because I get paid for the public holiday as well. So it'll be a nice, it'll be nice to get paid for doing more work, basically, like you're supposed to. Yes. So yeah, oh yeah, this is the cactus one that I was talking about in these books. And I think that's pretty much all I do. I think the rest of it I will probably do when I color it. So yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for watching this video. Welcome to day 11 of the 100 Day Project. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you want to continue to watch this series. Hit the like button if you loved it, and leave a comment below if you have any suggestions. It is very much appreciated. Anyways, I'm gonna head off, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be coloring this beast in. Yeah, so enjoy your evening or morning or wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Alright, bye!